My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire, where we've got a custom Defect Ascension 20 sealed deck with a starter deck, so we no longer get cards. So we don't give ourselves any other bonuses. This is the closest I've got to balanced so far. I think it might need another negative. But I also think whether or not it needs another negative is going to depend on, you know, what offerings we get in our sealed deck. We'll roll this. Time for a challenge. Oh, good lord. All right, so we've already got Darkness and Shadow Call, so I'm already looking at a... There's only one Claw Rake and one Claw, but that could be potent. System Scan. The next two status cards, you draw Exhaust and draw one card when drawn. It's pretty good. I don't know what the upgrade of that is, but I'm going to assume that it's like the next three, you Exhaust and draw one. I'm going to assume it stays at one. With two Barrages and a Defragment and a Ball Lightning, like it becomes pretty obvious that like the ideal thing that we do here is Cold Snap, Ball Lightning, Defragment, another Cold Snap, and then just like a bunch of defense. We take FIFO Q, we take two Barrages. We don't have any defense really on offer here. There's no card that says, oh no, never mind. We have Hologram. We have exactly one card that blocks. We also actually have Genetic Algorithm, which when you take it this early is going to get pretty out of control. The problem is you only ever get to play it once. I could see a place for it. So let's think about it. It's Barrage, Cold Snap, Defragment, FIFO Q, Ball Lightning, Genetic Algorithm. Probably, I'm thinking Hologram. So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take a Hologram. Gosh, we have so little defense. Like, I've taken both of the defensive cards, and then I've got both of the Cold Snaps as well. I could obviously take Cool-Headed for a little bit more defense, but Cool-Headed is, like, a very expensive way to get Frost Orbs. Like, remove the Frost Orb from each Cool-Headed and Cold Snap, and Cold Snap becomes a strike, but Cool-Headed becomes 1 energy, draw 1 card. What? If you don't have that card in your deck, you just draw the next card. What? So it's only positive on its card draw when you upgrade it. Then it's 1 energy, draw 2 cards, which is a card you would never draft. Right? So the Frost attached to it is nice, but you would have to have the extra energy to cast it. And since we have like literally 0 cost cards in the entire deck, and we have FIFO Q, which is a 2 cost, we probably don't have the space. Who's our first boss? Genetic Algorithm. Oh, we're gonna get that. Cool. Okay, first boss. Damn. That could actually be a really bad fight for us. We're going to need the Barrages. So the idea is that the Barrages deal most of the damage. The Ball Lightning and the Cold Snaps are just kind of value picks. The Defragment buffs all of the orbs that we have out at the same time. And the FIFO Q makes sure that I have a bunch of orbs out at the same time. Yeah, I think it's just a Cool-Headed. I really want to go to that early shop over on the left and then just cut into a store. To a rest. Cool. Cold Snap, Hologram, Cold Snap. Defrag. I love how extremely close we were. Thankfully, we do get to play Genetic Algorithm. We need to make sure that we play that literally every combat. Ball Lightning and Barrage, both great upgrades. Randomize our starter relic? Probably not. Channeling a Lightning gets us closer to our next, Barrages being powerful, so. We're never going to get enough powers to make a storm super powerful, so probably a good time to forget that. We don't do debuffs, so no sadistic nature. Top hat is, if your hand is full when drawing a card, draw the next card instead, or rather draw an extra card next turn instead, sorry. Coward Crown, start each combat with 2 Metallicized, as well as the membership card for a 50% discount on all products. Membership card is already, like, is pretty powerful, and also it's worth noting that in this build, we are guaranteed to try and go to literally every store. It's either that or the Coward Crown for the 2 Metallicized, which is just 2 block a turn. Interestingly enough, because Genetic Algorithm burns and then the Hologram does as well currently, after each of those are played, I literally only have my Frost Orbs giving us defense. So I think I just need to take the Coward Crown just because I need defense. Stack is never going to be a powerful defensive card in this deck. Look at it. We could have considered Equilibrium, but it's a very inefficient block card. We do have extra energy to cast it, but also Coward Crown. Actually, it looks like the Coward Crown is... Is it? It looks like the Coward Crown is a very low-res version of the Busted Crown, but the color from here has been clone stamped all across the left. Yep. It's the same color. I wouldn't have noticed that if they weren't put next to one another. All right. I'm going to hologram back the Cool Head and play it again. Get as much defense as I can that turn. Please. Nice Dex Potion right there. Got a lot of cards we need to upgrade. FIFO is interesting. Becomes X. So, you know, cast it for 0 and you get nothing. Cast it for 1, you get 2, 3, 4. 1, you get 2. 2, 4, 3, 6. So 2 is 4 currently. So this just gives it more flexibility. When am I ever going to cast it for 3 for 6? Very rarely. When am I ever going to cast it for 1 for 2? Very rarely as well. I don't think FIFO Q is a priority upgrade. If FIFO Q, when you cast it 1 for 2, is just, that is to say, 1 energy in order to get 2 orb slots. That's just another card that already exists. Capacitor. So. Let's get that Genetic Algorithm upgraded. Earlier it's upgraded, the more powerful it will become. It was actually a comment on a recent non-modded video that was talking about taking a very early Genetic Algorithm that I agreed with. Okay. I actually want to leave all of those lightning up there. Do I want a Cold Snap? No, I'm going to want to play Cold Snaps when I draw into them, so I guess I just... It doesn't matter. Play it sooner. Yeah, I'll take that. Golden Egg. When you add a rare card to your deck or you purchase a card from the merchant, it is upgraded. Yeah, I definitely screwed that up. Way further from lethal than I thought I was. Ah, I didn't even play Genetic Algorithm there. That's really bad. I got tilted by what had happened just previously. Geo, the first time you lose HP each combat, trigger the passive effect of all of your channeled orbs and then channel 1 a crystal, which gives 2 focus to adjacent orbs, and when evoked, if you have fewer than 3 orb slots, it will gain an orb slot. Recursion is, at this point, 0 costs deal 8 damage. A lot of the time for us. Or 0 cost gain 5 block. 6 block when defragment's in play. 7 when defragment's upgraded. The fact that it has that, but it also has versatility, probably means that I consider it. Steam Barrier is slightly too ineffectual to put in this deck right now. Alright, we just want more upgrades. Obviously, Defragment's like a priority upgrade as well. Yeah, I didn't need to split the enemy that turn. I got overzealous on my attacking there. Oh well. Ultimately isn't really going to change anything, but still. Get him. All right. Smith once more. Let's get that hologram upgraded so that we have the fire block perpetually in the deck as well as the ability to fetch. Ridiculous defense that turn. Cool-headed. I'm actually going to want to barrage, then cold snap, then recursion, so we get as much block as possible here. Probably didn't need to, but it didn't hurt us to do so either. 15 gold, as well as... Do I want a campfire, or do I want a bonfire? Sorry, do I want a rest or a bonfire? I'm going to go to the bonfire. Nice, we have the ability to dig or rest. I would happily rest as well, actually. Yeah, I'm going to rest. Upgrades the cool-headed. Nice. Well, cool-headed's actually kind of carrying a little bit of his weight right now. We need more damage in the opening turn. I think we have to Swift Potion here. It's gotta be like Ball Lightning, Hologram, Ball Lightning, Barrage. I deal more damage if I don't play Recursion here. Playing Recursion gets them to curl up, and then they have the 20 block. Not playing Recursion means they would take the 8 damage and then curl up. But not playing Recursion makes them take 9 damage before they curl up. I need that FIFO queue out. It is a surprisingly huge part of our defense. Now, unfortunately, we are going to be taking damage this turn, but a very small amount. We also managed to get our Geode out there. Excellent. Definitely need more cold snaps. Or rather, definitely need more effects of the cold snap in there. Yeah. I'm doing that exclusively just to make sure that I have enough block to pretty much just stand here and just wait until all the enemies die. Nothing doing anywhere there. Another Dex Potion. Not super useful for us. Kintsugi has removed 5 cards from the deck and obtained 2 curses. We would have a, you know, what? We'd have a 9-card deck with 3 curses in it, so 6 normal cards. That sucks. Obviously, we're going to take Yin and Yang here. Every 2 turns gain 2 extra energy. Because shops are super important to us right now, especially because we have the golden eggs, so they're pre-upgraded cards, but also because it's our only way to really diversify our build at this point. So I have to take Yin and Yang. Every 2 turns, gain 2 energy. Cool. There's a 4 elite path, and I am so tempted. Nice. Okay. I don't know if genetic algorithms ever literally been good for us, but when it gets built up to a certain point, we'll be holding it until the exact right time to play it, and it can be super impactful in that kind of a scenario. Cool. Power Potion, way more powerful for us than a Dex Potion because of the nature of this deck. Heal 40 HP for Cursed Rust. No, I don't really dig that event. All right, here, I kind of want to transform FIFO Q, but I also don't. We'll teleport across the map. Oh gosh, I was intending on going up there. Oh no. Okay, I'm only going to be fighting 3 elites, but there's more midline upgrades on this path, so maybe this is ultimately better. In fact, it probably is. I'm going to cold snap. Recursion, barrage. Yeah, I'm going to be using barrage for pretty much all of my damage in this combat, and I'm going to leave all of these frost orbs up. Yeah, because I can just use the frost orbs for literally all of my defense. And then the barrage for my damage. I mean, that gets us pretty damn close. Just have to play the genetic algorithm next turn. Hey, there we go. Echo Draw. Draft? It's draft, right? I've read this word a lot of times. I've never had to say it aloud. Pretty certain that's draft. This turn, your next card is played twice. That's super cool. That is so impactful as well. Oh, good lord. I'm going to use it on FIFO Q here. Because this fight's going to be so much easier if we just have a ridiculous amount of orbs. We'll do both the cold, the snaps. Cold Snap plus Barrage is like a total build, like it exists thing. Oh, by the way, literally all of this should have been in a different order. I did it all incorrectly. See how it doesn't matter right now? When it matters, I take the time to focus, but when it doesn't, episodes would get pretty long if I always worried about that. I'm upgrading the Cold Snap because I want the instantaneous damage. The Barrage, like by the time we start playing the Barrages, we're already kind of winning. I don't know why I felt compelled to kill the one that was doing the buff. Oh, God, there's a lot of them. Okay. Way more than I can deal with. Good to know. Hey, all right. We actually managed to get everyone down there. On taking attack minion spawns... On taking attack damage spawns a minion once per turn. Okay, so if we are going to deal attack damage, we want to deal a lot. Yeah, we can do that this turn. All lightning... Okay. Some pretty serious damage on the Headless there. We need more AoE in this deck right now. Good thing that got struck, because I did that wrong. Okay, so that buff is only for yourself, right? So I was incorrectly fearing it beforehand. Awesome. And we should now be at the point that I can basically just throw out 2 barrages this turn and win. A lot like that. Sphere of Dissonance. At the start of each combat, apply 3 vulnerability to a random enemy with a synergy with the Jutsu Bracelet. That's actually really good for us. By the 3rd turn, we're going to be doing barrages for a ridiculous amount of damage. Oh, hello, Mimic. I mean, we actually have a deck that takes a surprising amount of setup, so... Sure, we can actually set up pretty effectively for the Mimic. There goes all of your plated armor. I'm going to play the genetic algorithm because I don't think I'm getting back to that. Cunning Disguise. Upon pickup, choose another character. On future card reward screens, you have one additional card from which to choose, and it will be from that character. Which of these characters is going to benefit us the most? It's going to be, remember, only selection as well. Actually, I don't know how this works. It should be our only selection, but we might not actually even get a selection. I'm going to take Construct. They have some really effective defensive cards. Okay. Ooh, we can set up the FIFO queue, defragment, and then genetic algorithm. It's actually going to defend us for the entirety of this turn. It's really good. We'll also take the power potion and nice. Electro. This is huge. See, genetic algorithm has some uses. It's just, it can't be useful in a fight that intends to go particularly long. Because if it is useful in that fight, you're screwed. We'll immediately end our turn in order to gain our prize. Beetle Shell. Every 10th time you gain block from a card, gain double the block. You have one additional card and it will be chosen from hashtag construct mod, the hashtag construct mod, the construct. Enhance. Upgrade a random card into your discard pile for this combat. No. We have such a broad base of ability to get upgrades already. We don't need that. Okay, so we need to set up on turn 1. Again, this is another setup combat. Right. You put a bunch of infernal berries in my deck. I need to draw and play them to remove your holy. I mean, I don't have to draw them necessarily. Cool. What was that infect? Oh, just weaken? All right. There's another holy removal. Yeah, I don't really have that much I can do right now because of that. Holy and holy both get removed, and now it's the damage time. It's time for the deeps. Damn, that's 2 wounds. Now you're on 21s. Nice. This is very clearly intended as a fight that you set up at the very start and then just execute at the very end. Seems like there's a lot of fights like that around now. Vent Steam. Exhaust 1 card, apply 1 weak and 1 vulnerable. Upgrades to 2 weak and 2 vulnerable. It's pretty good. If I knew that I was going to have enemies that put wounds in my deck, I would take it, but I don't know that for a fact, so I don't think I care. Cold Snap. Go back. Woo! Good time to draw genetic algorithm, I'll tell you what. All right. There's an order in which we play these so that we can recurse a Frost Orb. Do I need to do that? 35, 33 damage incoming. No, I'm already fully defended. Okay, so I don't need to play them in that order. Which means I get to get FIFO Q out and get both Ball Lightning and Cold Snap in play. Awesome. I'm going to put the lightning further to the front so that I have the ability to pop it so that I can start killing the chumps here. Alright, with all the extra energy we have this turn, yeah, I figure we're probably just going to go straight for lethal. There we go. By Gremlin Leader. Hello. Slimy Hat. Raise your maximum hand size by 2. Loop seems like it would actually fit in this deck. The thing about Loop is, like, this deck is all about the instantaneous effect, and Loop is all about delayed effects. Like, even Defragment gives us instantaneous effect. The only thing that doesn't give us instantaneous effect is FIFO Q, but if we two reasons that's important. Number one, FIFO Q is the card that we most often avoid playing in this deck, and number two, it can give us an instantaneous value if we immediately start filling those slots up. So I'm worried about the value of Loop. All right. Gain 3 strength at the start of combat and lose 1 strength over the next 3 turns. Seems super useful for us. We're not going to take Loop. I think Loop is a payoff for a build that tends more in having, like, tall orbs. We're a build that benefits more from having wide orbs so that we get the benefit from the thing that I definitely didn't forget the name of right now. Good thing I didn't forget the name as well, because that'd be a frustrating thing to keep doing. I'm actually already fully defended against that bird, so just gonna let it do what it wants. Yep. And then just watch it die. Phosphor Storm deals 9 damage twice. Countdown when any card cycles. We have 0 cards that cycle in this entire deck, so Phosphor Storm for us is always just deal 9 damage twice. 11 damage twice, plus whatever strength I have at the time. It's a pretty good card. I don't know if it outdamages my barrages when they are in full swing, though. Alright, we'll get the FIFO Q updated so that if it's up here on the first turn, because the giant parasite doesn't attack on the first turn. Damn. If I had FIFO Q there, it would have actually been really good. I can cast it now. So 8 orb slots from FIFO Q. Cool. Get that max capacity. And now I just have to fill them. So it should be Cold Snap, Hologram, Cold Snap. I want to flawless this boss. If I want to flawless this boss, I have to do the genetic algorithm this turn. All right. $18. Cool-headed, Cold Snap, Hologram, back that Cold Snap. Okay, now we're on top of things. Yep. Not too far from a kill. Hell yeah. I think that's significantly easier than a lot of the bosses on this floor, though. Okay. Receive a rare relic. We got Incense Burner. Every 6 turns, gain 1 intangibility. Okay. You also get Agitation whenever a card fully overheats. Gain 1 strength and 1 dex. We have literally no cards in our deck that overheat, so probably not. At the start of each combat, channel 1 Plasma. That's actually really good for us. Because it's an extra orb already in play at the very start, so it's helping the barrages out. I don't know if we need the extra energy right now. If we had some more draw in the deck, maybe, but I think we are fine at the moment. Frontliner is really easy to kill. It's just Ball Lightning, Cold Snap. 19, 13 is exactly 32. Then I get 9 by 3, so 27 damage on another target. Kills the back line. I knew that was a possibility there. I'm just worried about what I do now. So I can cop, 7 damage this turn if I want. I'm gonna play the Adrenaline Potion. It's only worth. Perfect. Strength Potion as well. It's a Flame Core, which we're not gonna put. We're not gonna do that. We could have, but we're not going to. Ice Cream Scoop with no spaces. Conspire, you can... What? How? That's so interesting. Oh god, do I have enough relics that I could sell to get it? I don't think I do. Focusing Shard, for each act you climb, upgrade 1 random card at the start of combat, as well as the Ice Cream Scoop, which is you can rearrange your orbs by dragging them, as well as the Strange Spoon card, which Exhaust will discard instead 50% of the time when played. That's really good for Genetic Algorithm. Ascender's Bane is not played, so it would not get shuffled back into the deck. I mean, Genetic Algorithm occasionally being shuffled back into the deck ain't that bad. I'm gonna take it. Definitely the max HP. I'm terrified of everything. Yeah, usually we're killing by turn 2 or turn 3, so these guys aren't really going to have that much time to ramp out of control. I just had to be, comfortable with effectively whatever defense I could have gotten there because we weren't going to get a ridiculous amount. Okay, so it did get destroyed that time, rather. Cold Snap, Barrage. Pondfish Scales. Whenever you play a skill that does not give you block, gain 2 block. Most of our things are... No, it's fine. I was thinking Cold Snaps were skills for some reason. I guess Cool-Headed and Recursion, at least. 51 gold for the Red Mask. Apply 1 weak to all enemies at the start of each combat. Pretty damn good. We'll rest after this elite. We've got Intangibility on the second turn I've got to remind myself of. Wow. Yep. So I'm taking 8 damage this turn, but both of those daggers are going to die this turn, and I'm intangible this turn as well. Cold Snap the same target twice. Hell yeah. I think I'll be taking no hits here. And now we're just basically looking for our next barrage. Found it. Wing Boots. You may ignore the path when choosing where to travel the next 3 times. I still want to be here. Damn Mimic. I mean, that's exactly what we wanted in terms of a turn to set up, so can be comfy with that. Genetic Algorithm unfortunately decides to exhaust there. We'll bring back Cool-Headed so we can try and draw. We still have 2 extra strength from the Onion Ring. It's part of why our upfront damage is so good right now. But also the deck is kind of just designed in that way. Old coin, upon pickup, gain 300 gold, as well as backup. Add a non-rare, sorry, choose a non-rare card from your hand. Add 2 copies to the top of your draw pile. I mean, we could just put, like, a ridiculous amount of copies of Defragment back on top of our deck, and we would win. Is that boss combat? Well, no, we couldn't. I think we take it, because as soon as that is upgraded, it's only ever, like, the negative of we have to draw it one time after it's upgraded, obviously. I'm going to actually back up Cool-Headed here, and the reason for that is because we need a lot of draw in this deck right now. We have more energy than we have draw. So even though Cool-Headed is inefficient draw, I mean, I need some draw. We've also even got intangibility on the second turn here, so if there's a 1, we know what that is. Damn. It's a 1 by 3. Genetic algorithm burns itself out again, because of course it does. Also, I obviously just should have played a huge FIFO queue there. I have no clue what happened in my head. Okay. Let's pretend there's some strategy to the fact that I effectively just took an extra turn to deal with all of this, despite the fact that I desperately did not need that. Okay, Barrage next turn wins. Whew. I'm starting to get a little worried. Smiling Master Merchant's card removal service now always costs 50 gold. Swap their strength and dex. No, not interested in that. Carrot. You gain 3 focus at the start of combat. You lose 1 focus over the next 3 turns. As well as Ball of Yells. Whenever you channel a lightning, trigger its passive ability. We channel not that many lightnings, actually. We mostly do Frost now. Okay. I'll take Carrot for the 3 focus at the start of each combat. I could also take Glacier here. That's necessary, though. Alright. Hold off and leave. Now we've got the upgrade on the backup, so since it retains, it will only ever cost us 1 draw, which is always nice. Very efficient. Do I want to copy any of these? Yeah, probably Defragment. Cool. I'm just like hard double up on the double defrag there. Even Cool-Headed. Nice. Nice. Yeah, the carrot is basically just there to make us safe on the turns that we initially aren't. Until we can kind of stand on our own 2 feet, which we can definitely do right now. That'll do. Swift Potion as well as 4 Blur, 2 Vulnerable. Five and 1. Really good. Also going to take the draw. That's more important for us. Okay, back up Defragment, and then I'm going to Cool-Headed, and then just Defragment. Because it should make life pretty easy on us. Let's hologram back the ball lightning, probably. The problem with FIFO-Q being X cost in particular is I can now never play anything after it. After I play, like when I play FIFO-Q, that is the end of my turn. I don't know if upgrading FIFO-Q is literally ever correct at this point. That's a ridiculous block going on. I love it. Thank you, Lightning. Don't want to go infinite. Kunai, whenever you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain some dex. Metal Shell would be good for this deck beforehand, but now that we have our own defensive engine, we don't need it. I actually kind of want to get the Strength Potion. Yeah, the 2 of those are going to be huge for us. Let's upgrade that Shield Generator, pop both of the... Oh, no, not both of the Strength Potions here. Okay, what is going to be the hardest combat for us? Because we have to fight someone after this as well. I'm just going to put a bunch of genetic algorithms in my deck because they're ridiculous in terms of defense. I'm also actually going to shield generate a genetic algorithm and then just FIFO-Q. Seems pretty good. Genetic algorithm. Got one of you down and got myself 1 dex in the process. I'll cool-headed before I do anything else because, damn. Ideally, I was going to get the backup. How badly do I need to play backup on Defragment? Pretty badly. It seems like the way that we save ourselves effectively. I could also back up a genetic algorithm right now, but I kind of want to leave both of those in the deck at this point. And obviously leave backup in my hand. Leave backup in my hand. I mean, I also could have just back up or rolled back up on Barrage. That wouldn't have been too bad. Back up the Defragment. Then we don't want to play any of them until the enemy is already split. It feels like the enemy is somehow like out healing me right now. It feels like we should be doing way more, but we're not. Back up on a Barrage is also actually a lot of damage. Let's do it. I mean, what? It just gives me 2 Barrages next turn? Sure. Got him. And now that you're dead, I can play my Defragments in peace. Gosh, these genetic algorithms. Oh, it just discarded. Nice. We're basically just going to be going from Barrage to Barrage to Barrage to Barrage and playing occasional defensive cards in between accidentally. Yeah, this deck definitely needed more draw. But it needed it in the form of like a skim or something like that. $16 by 3. 16, 16, 10. So I'm not fully protected. Do I need to be fully protected? Do I have any reason to stay on full HP in particular? Not really. Oh, I would have actually been perfecting this fight. Interesting. Alright, barrage number 1, and then fight number 2. Ah, the ornate mirror. This is actually... The game crashed. It looks like from the crash log that it's going to crash when I try and reload it as well. I will try and reload it once, but otherwise we're just going to have to go, oh, look, it's an enemy that I've fought before that we are going to have to assume that I either died or won against. This is a little bit frustrating. It's especially annoying because I've fought this boss from Spire before, so I don't know why exactly this is happening. I'll submit a bug report as soon as I finish the episode, obviously. But I will, again, try and reload and just see if it works. Whoops. That's the wrong part of the screen right there. Cool. Continue, and... yeah. As an effect tried to apply to it, it's just crashed the game. Not really too much I could do about that one, unfortunately. So for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been... has been Slay the Spire modded. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we will see you next time.